Chapter 2, the Heifer, page 26. Remember when we made a covenant with the children of Israel, worship none but God, and be good to your parents and to relatives and orphans and the needy, and speak kindly to people. Attend to your prayers and pay the zakat, prescribed alms. But with the exception of a few, you turned away in aversion and paid no heed. Commentary by Maulana Wahiduddin Khan. This has been a failing in the people of the book in every age. They wanted to live in a dream world, thinking that they had no obligations save the perfunctory performance of certain empty rituals, and deluding themselves into believing that they had certain inalienable rights given by God. Such people cannot accept the call of true religion, for truth demolishes all their wishful thinking and makes them face the stark realities of life. Man's first duty to God is to become his worshipper without ascribing any partners to him. Secondly, he should show kindness to others. Kindness starts at home, with one's parents and family, extends to one's neighbors and relatives, and finally reaches out to everyone with whom one comes into contact. There is only one proper way to deal with others, and that is with justice and well-wishing. Where one is really tested is in one's dealings with orphans and the needy, that is, with the weaker members of society. As for the strong, their strength itself guarantees that they will be given deferential treatment. But so far as the weak are concerned, there is no such incentive to deal with them justly. Therefore, one should be especially careful to behave well towards them. People who are good to those who wield no worldly power and possess scant resources do so for God's sake alone, for they have no other incentive. There are various reasons for having little inclination to show kindness when dealing with the weak. Benefactors frequently regard themselves as superior persons, and, when they are not shown what they consider to be due deference, they tend to treat people less fortunate than themselves with disdain. Then the thought of a permanent liability is often so irksome to them that they resort to ill-mannered behavior to rid themselves of a burdensome obligation. This attitude leaves no room for the notion that the weak also have their self-respect. When the benefactor is not shown what he considers to be due deference, he regards the beneficiary as unworthy and incompetent. This thinking finds expression in various ways. Chapter 2, the Heifer, page 27. When we made a covenant with you, we said, "You shall not shed each other's blood, nor turn your people out of their homes." You consented to this and bore witness. Yet here you are, slaying one another and driving some of your own people from their homelands, aiding one another against them, committing sin and aggression. But if they came to you as captives, you would ransom them. Surely their very expulsion was unlawful for you. Do you believe in one part of the book and deny another part of it? Those of you who act thus shall be rewarded with disgrace in this world and with a severe punishment on the day of resurrection. God is never unaware of what you do. Such are they who buy the life of this world at the price of the hereafter. Their punishment shall not be lightened for them, nor shall they be helped. Commentary by Maulana Wahiduddin Khan. Before the advent of Islam, 3 Jewish tribes inhabited the area around Medina: the Banu Nadir, the Banu Qurayza, and the Banu Qaynuqa. Despite the fact that all of them adhered to Mosaic law, ignorant prejudices had divided them into 2 groups. They had become enmeshed, along with the polytheist tribes of Medina, Al-Aus, and the Khazraj, in political maneuvering. The Banu Nadir and the Banu Qurayza had aligned themselves with the Aus tribe, and the Banu Qaynuqa with the Khazraj. Divided into 2 camps in this manner, the 3 Jewish tribes were constantly at war with one another. The basic teachings of Islamic law demand the total renunciation of pagan ways, the suppressing of one's selfish desires and the controlling of one's worldly needs. That is why the commands of Islamic law are ignored in politics. Obedience to them would bring about true piety, but people do not like to involve themselves in such arduous practices. They prefer to put on a pretense of piety by conducting certain superficial rituals. This is tantamount to issuing a self-made edition of divine religion. It is to disregard the hereafter and attach importance to the worldly aspect of religion in the hope that zeal in performing actions which promise worldly fame and honor will qualify them for the reward reserved for true piety. But such brazen distortion of religion can only earn one God's wrath. It does not merit any reward from God.